One fine morning, as I walk into my workplace, and that is just before the Christmas vacation would begin, I found that there was a gift placed with a note on every educator's table. Now, this was a gesture by my school's leadership team. There was a personalized note on every educator's table. I headed to my table, picked up the note, read it, and this is what it said. You are a kind person and have a beautiful smile. So reading this message was extremely thrilling and pleasant for me. I smile as a gesture to greet someone. I smile during pleasant functions, occasions, interactions. And I smile when I'm extremely happy. But what got to me is why a simple act of smiling attracted the people around me. Why did the writer of this message remember me for my smile, among all the other personal and professional qualities I possess? So I began to explore into the benefits of smile on a human body and well-being. And this is what I found out. When we smile, we activate the muscles in our face, which send signals to our brain. And these signals release the chemicals like endorphin, serotonin, and dopamine, which makes us feel good. Now, when we smile, we also regulate our BP. It also makes us feel happy. It makes us cheerful. It gives people an understanding that we are kind, helpful, loving, making us approachable. Now, Dalai Lama said, when he sees people, his first reaction is he smiles. He does it as an act of kindness to make people feel good. But he very well knows when he does that, he also feels great. And this is what he calls the wise selfish behavior. Now let's get back to the question that I posed myself. Why was a smile so important to someone? Why a smile impacts the people around us? We humans, are social beings. We do not like to be alone. We like to be belonged, cared, loved. And when we work with others, we can create wonders. We have been so keen in building relationships that we have gone beyond geographical limitations. We have built a plethora of tools like the pen and paper, telegraph, telephone, and the internet just to stay connected with our loved and dear ones. And something that we all relate to is the emojis, the smiley emojis. We ensure that we send the exact emotion to the reader of the message. Now, I know of a 70-year-old woman who lives by herself. She has a huge family and they live all around the world. But here, she's never alone and sad. She's always surrounded by people around her. The villagers come to her, sit, chat, and there's always fun around the place. One day I happened to ask her what keeps her happy, what makes her happy, and why she's always smiling. So she looks at me, smiles and says, a little act of kindness and a lot of smiles makes my life beautiful. Yes, and when I try to remember the people whom I've met throughout my life, I remember those who smiled at me with love and kindness. Did you know that smiling was the first skill we learned? We smiled even in the womb. So remember that in your mother's womb, you not only wriggled and kicked, but you also smiled. Let's try to recollect how much we smiled when we were kids and how much we smile today. I'm sure you got the answer. According to Forbes, a happy adult smiles around 40 to 50 times a day. A typical adult smiles 15 to 20 times a day, whereas children smile around 400 times a day. Isn't that amazing? And this could be probably why most of us miss our childhood. Now, when smile has proved its mantle, why do we still hesitate to smile? Why do we see fewer grins around us? Why people don't smile at each other? One of the relatable reasons is the increased amount of stress in our life. We live in a fast-paced and demanding life. We want to gather and achieve whatever life can offer, the conveniences, the opportunities that come along. We do not want to go anything away. So, this leads to an imbalance. We try so hard that we forget that self-care, relaxation, and mindful living is important. Because stress accompanies with a lot of negative emotions like anxiety, sadness, depression, anger, which makes us less inclined to smile to the people around us. We also like to live in metropolitan cities, densely populated, but we do not even know our neighbors. We do not smile at them. We do not smile at the people around us. This is another reason why people smile lesser. Some cultures encourage people smiling. They appreciate when people smile. But in some cultures, it is not a social norm. So people smile fewer times. Political and social unrest makes people treat their neighbors and the people around them as enemies. They are unable to find a strong ground to build relationships. That is one of the reasons why people can't smile in those places. While there are many reasons not to smile, there are many, many more reasons for us to smile. The very fact that we get up in the morning is a reason to smile. The very fact that we are able to be with our family and our friends, have joyful moments and make loving memories and fond memories is a reason to smile. Smile for the passion. Smile for the ability to be able to pursue our passion. Smile for the gratitude for having something so natural, so real, so powerful and so strong right under our nose. Because smile is that little happiness that we can gift ourselves and the people around us. So my dear friends, my only message to you today is to smile more often. Thank you.